I'm a top 3 UK university graduate who studied finance, worked in investment banker, and I'm a former FTSE 100 financial journalist. Now currently doing teaching. We're going to be coming back later, obviously, why I'm doing teaching, and I'm also doing certain other tasks that we're going to be talking later. So if you're about to take an IELTS, this channel is going to be right for you. We're going to be talking about task 1 tips in IELTS Academic. Please watch it, you won't regret it. It's not very long, it's very, very short. We're going to be getting started right now, guys. And in today's video, I'm going to be explaining a couple of tips, some techniques on how you can actually do and improve your task 1 in IELTS Academic. So there are actually 2 main parts that you need to take into account. 2. So first one is the structure that you need to be paying attention to. And the second one is the vocabulary that you're going to be needing actually for that kind of writing. For the vocabulary part, you're going to need a table. You can call it master table, which I actually prefer. It sounds quite great. You can call it whatever you want. You can even give a name of a cat actually to the table. It doesn't really matter. So what we're going to do, we're going to break it into 4 parts. You've probably used that tables actually in your Excel files or whatever actually in the past. Useful phrases. Next one is actually linking words. Next one is going to be trends, which consist of verbs and a noun. Next one is going to be usually patterns, which consist of adjective and adverbs. So technically, patterns describe trends. I think that's actually going to be logical actually from what we're going to be explaining. So what does it include actually in useful phrases? Useful phrases includes words such as roughly, approximately, about, and so on and so on. The words which are actually technically extremely flexible, and you can literally inject them into any kind of sentence construction like you're going to be writing in your writing. So very, very handy, very flexible, very easy to memorize. So you just need to put them down obviously in your list very quickly. Linked words, I believe linked words are very clear words such as however, although, firstly, finally, in conclusion, and yada yada. Trends, anything that goes up, anything that goes down, up and down. So, for example, increase or decrease. Be careful, they can be verb, they can be noun, but in noun, because obviously they are both verb and a noun in terms of words, increase and decrease. And the last part actually is going to be patterns, and as I said, they consist of adjective and adverbs. Patterns, words such as slow, slowly, significant, significantly, and so on and so on and so on. So this is your table. You need to expand it. The way to one of the ways to actually expanding your table is using certain websites. I'm going to be giving you links later on down this video. You can actually use that and go on Modal Answers, grab the words from there, and take them actually, put them in your table and expand it to the level that you're going to be needing it. And I'm going to explain later on why you're going to need them. So when we dealt with the fundamental vocabulary part, we're going to get down to structures. What does it consist of? You need to know about fundamental ways of constructing sentences. There are literally 3 ways of constructing sentences in part 1 of your IELTS Academic. First part, adjective and a noun. Let's have a look actually how that works. There was a slow increase in the price of cars from £2,000 to £5,000 between 2010 and 2020. Full stop. So that's actually the construction that you're going to need to construct in the format of adjective and a noun. Next one, verb and adverb. Let's make the sentence actually and construct the same sentence in this format. Verb and adverb format. The price of cars increased from £2,000 to £5,000 between 2010 and 2020. So that's actually another part. Last one is a margin or the comparison, any way you want to call it actually. So let's get started. You can construct it in 2 ways, noun and a verb. So let's construct it with the noun format first. There was a slow increase of £3,000 in the price of cars between 2010 and 2020. Next one is a verb format that you can actually use. Let's have a look actually how that works. The price of cars increased by £3,000 between 2010 and 2020. So that's literally the 3 main fundamental parts how you can actually construct your sentences in task 1 of IELTS Academic. There's one more factor I really want to mention is about literally some of the words that you can use in terms of comparison. For example, as much as, compared to. There are some useful words that you literally need to inject into your writing, and they're going to look very academic and they're going to make your writing look very scientific. For example, the words such as respectively, and words such as former, words such as latter. So I highly recommend actually using those words in every type of writing. So when we dealt with the structure, with vocabulary, let's have a look actually on your plan, how that's going to work. First thing you need to do in your writing, you need to have an introduction. Make sure that your introduction doesn't copy the task itself. So it needs to be a layer of different. You need to paraphrase a little bit. So we get started with the bar chart, the graph, illustrate. You need to say what, where, and when. That is literally crucial. You put it in order. Put it in order, absolutely crucial. Don't forget to put that in order. Next part is the main body. So what is main body? You get started with what is the most crucial part that you think is in this task. So the way you start it can go this way. The most striking part of the graph chart is yada yada yada. I mean, whatever the task is. That's literally how you start your main body. We're going to have a look on writing this task later on in our next videos, most likely. Conclusion. Well, there's no conclusion. This is not an opinion essay. This is a very objective task. You just write what you see. So that's literally the general fundamental idea of your task one that you need to literally know as an every candidate, as an every IELTS academic candidate needs to know all these fundamental knowledge. Then you literally build up your knowledge on these factors. Last part that I really want to mention and highlight are the rules. First one, no copy paste. Don't copy and paste from a task that you've given. Number two, no repetition of the words that you've already used. Don't repeat the words over and over again and again. Same applies with the construction of the words. Don't use the adjective and a noun, adjective and a noun, adjective and a noun. Try to actually harmonize that word going in sequences. Next one is no opinion. I'm afraid like no one cares about your opinion. Last part is no prediction. Please don't write any predictions. You can be having graphs and etc. with the future figures. Don't write any predictions. Nobody actually is going to be concerned about the predictions. That's all literally you need to know about task one, writing in IELTS Academic. There are going to be other videos that we're going to be actually discussing task two in the next video. See you next video. Take care. Don't forget to like.